Hello, everyone, here today. We're working on some ShopVacs here. Actually got two of them here that are giving us some trouble. This one here doesn't want to turn on at all. We'll see once we figure out what's going on with that. And then this one here sounds like it's on its last leg. So we'll see if we can figure out why that is. Maybe it's just on its last leg. It could very well be up. And so, you know what, before we start working on this, let's see if I can maybe plug this one in here a minute. And you folks can see what it sounds like. Okay, probably not going to want to run this long because, like I said, it don't sound good. Or doesn't sound at all. Maybe she just died. Okay, she might be dead now, Vin. Okay, so change that intro from one non-running vacuum to two non-running vacuums. Apparently, the last time I ran it, that was it. That was all she wrote. Well, let's start by taking apart victim number one here, and just a T25 bit. We'll zip these screws out here a minute. Those who've never taken a ShopVac apart before, not too difficult. Looks like there's supposed to be a screw there. There's not. Okay, let me get these screws out of here a minute. And with all the screws out, we should be able to just lift this off. There we go. And that will give us access to the motor. Plastic top, I don't think we need that. Yep. The button parts are right there for those of you curious. The actual switch, though, is part of here, so... Now, when it comes to these vacuums, I've noticed two common failure points. The switch, and then sometimes they like to put a self-destruct device. Now, I don't know if this particular one has the self-destruct in it or not. Not to mention, I'll mention one thing while I'm here, too, and that looks a little suspicious here. But we'll get into that. Let's get the motor a little more open up here. Take off this bottom one. That was just two screws, right? Yep. Again, make sure we don't lose any of the screws. There's our motor. Now, if I remember correctly, we got to take that off yet. So, let's see. What are the chances I have the right size here? Oh, feeling lucky here tonight. Impact works best for this one. As you can imagine, like if you use a wrench or something, like this part spins. So if you have an impact, you usually zip it right off. Okay, I might have to hold it. Like I said, just hold it, zip it right off. Again, make sure we're careful not losing any pieces here. Now we are to the point where we can take the motor off. And for that, of course, let's see what's there. How many different fasteners are we up to now? Can't get the one out. There. Now, because of the sound it was making, what I'm gonna suspect. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna have to take out. Do we have to take any of these out? Yes, I guess we do. We need to take that plastic cover off. Okay. Okay, the fending screws have been removed. There we go. And there, everyone, is our motor. Now, first off, self-destruct device. Hard to say. I'm not sure if I see oh, probably your self-destruct device right there. But if I had to guess, that's probably what that is. Now, seems like the last couple years of it, I've not actually seen that be a problem. Maybe ShopVac finally fixed it, so that doesn't like go out like it used to. But definitely a common spot to check. Now, is this motor? Because this motor was like straining hard. Like, I mean, it was like sounding like it was on its last leg. The brushes look like they're pretty good here. I was expecting to see some carnage in here, but now I don't like what I'm seeing here. We'll get that cleaned up. But I am not seeing anything that's standing out to me like wrong here. Well, let's get this cleaned up here a minute, and we'll go from there. Okay, we got the motor all cleaned up here, and upon further inspection, I found nothing. So we're checking, make sure the bearings are good. I mean, like, bearings on this thing feel like they're about as solid as they get here, which kind of surprising. I thought maybe they'd be a little worn, but I'm not seeing any problems at all with those, Evan. Motor obviously spins nice and freely there. Nothing wrong with that I can tell, at least if the cord stays out. There we go. So yeah, that seems to be good, Evan. So, I think a couple things to test here before we try putting this back together. We'll make sure that this, again, I'm guessing this is the self-destruct device right there, possibly, or it's just a connection. It could be that too. I mean, just looking at it, I'm guessing there's probably more going on there than just a connection, though. And then we'll also check this switch here. So we'll check across both this double pole switch here. I'm surprised they'd actually put that in there. I could technically get away with a single pole switch, I guess, right? But hey, good for them. So let's test this, and we'll test that, and then we'll see if we can put this back together if we don't find anything wrong. Okay, well, hopefully you can all see that there. So I'm going to clamp one lead here on, oh, actually, you know what, we could probably get to this one. We'll get to this one. This is probably the easier one. Hopefully we're on that there. Let's see what our verdict is. We got connection through the switch, Evan. So I'm testing from the red wire here to the black. So the black and white are coming in power here, and then the reds are going out to the motor. Yep, and if we switched it off, we got nothing. Okay, try the other side. Okay, nothing. Still appears to be nothing. Well, I mean, I think we might have found our problem here. This switch here, oh yeah, I've got a good connection, I can see that. The switch here appears to be a little troublesome. Might have to get a little small flathead screwdriver, see if I can pop that switch out of there. They switched that one, it'll be just this little piece right up here. Should come out. Okay, I figured I'd just pop the bottom of this switch off here. I wasn't really expecting to find anything, but maybe some burnt terminals in there. The switch actually looks to be pretty good, Evan, which actually kind of surprised me. But what did happen when I popped this off, Evan, and I don't know if I can find it here anymore, big old blob of, I don't know if that actually might be it right there, big old blob of like dust came out of there. And it was right on the neutral side here. So I'm thinking that might have been our problem, Evan. Literally, we just had a blob of crap inside the switch. Now, I don't know how that... I guess it's not exactly a sealed switch here, but I think we actually might be good. And if we check it now here, Evan, which I was just doing before I started recording. Oh, yes, I know. I'm not done with you. Okay. Now, if we test something, it's actually working. So, who would have guessed? Take the blob of dust off, and it actually works now. Probably was the problem the whole time, I think, Evan. I think we were just making a poor connection on our switch here. So what I thought was a dying motor was possibly just a bad connection. Well, let me, we'll put some of this back together in a minute, and we'll give this a test. Well, but this is the point. How risky do we feel like being here? Do we think we have it fixed and we dare put it the rest of the way together? Or should we test it? I think we should probably test it here. I'll maybe like move it to the middle of the truck bed so like when it throws itself around, it shouldn't be able to go anywhere. I don't know if I got that switch in the on or the off position here. So let's go just take this thing. We'll just like set it over here so it can't go nowhere. And we'll plug it in. And verdict is... She was in the on position, and she is running. And it sounds like she's running just fine too, I would say. So I think our problem was just some dirt and grime got in that switch there. Now with that being said, it might not hurt to replace that switch, but for now she seems to be running, so I think I'm going to slap her back together, and yeah, we'll get this one together and we'll move on to the next one. Okay, well, for victim number 2 here, we'll see once we're going to take this one apart. And this one I suspect is going to be the switch. I wasn't actually expecting that with that one, but this one just playing around with the switches. It was working, and then suddenly it quit working, which makes me think switch related. So let's pop this one open real quick here. Again, same way, everyone. We got, what is it, 8? Oh, I'm missing a screw there. Okay. However many screws on the bottom, 6 or 8 screws, something like that. And we'll pop those off, lift that off there. Like I said, pretty straightforward. Okay, we got everything all apart here. Just went straight for the switch here on this one. Let's give this one a test here, see once what we come up with. I mean, seems to look okay from here, but again, my suspicions lay in the switch. Also, that is broken there. Wonder if that's supposed to be that way. No idea. Okay, there we go. Seems like we have a connection, but I question that connection. I don't know if you've seen it, was jumping all over the place there. Let's try the other side here. Well, switch seems to be working, Evan, so maybe we do have a problem elsewhere. Well, whatever the self-destruct device is, it is good. Interesting. Well, we might just end up putting this back together and giving this a try, one. I still suspect it was the switch at fault here. Okay, set up to test here again. Like I said, shouldn't go anywhere. Place your bets. What do you think? Do I have the switch in the on position or the off position? Should we like toggle it a few times just I don't know. Never sure with these, Evan. That was the on position for a minute. Oh. Whoops. Yeah, might have been, you know, scuffing there a little bit. Probably should have put this this cover on. Note to self. Okay, she works. Okay, we got it all back together here. Let's see what the verdict is here. Oh yeah, she's running. I think we're good, Evan. And then yeah, this one of course runs here. Oh, you know, I should probably put a filter on that. That would probably be a good idea. Whoops. It's almost put back together then. Put a filter on it, then we'll be done. So anyway, I think with that one, we're going to wrap this video up here. They're actually both working. I mean, I think they were both switch related. So a reminder here again, if you have some ShopVacs like this, Evan, they suddenly stop working or are giving you trouble, definitely check those switches. Those seem to be the common failure points nowadays. And again, if they are bad, Evan, I think it's like $5 or so on eBay. You can usually get them so you can replace the switches if you need to. So anyway, with that, everyone, thanks for watching. And comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And until next time.